CNN has a new ad out. It's an ad for themselves. They're, trying to give you a simple reason as to why you should watch CNN, respectable news outlet that it is. This is special. Take a look.
This is an apple. Some people might try to tell you that it's a banana. They might scream banana, banana, banana over and over and over again. They might put banana in all caps. You might even start to believe that this is a banana. But it's not. This is an apple.
If you told me, make the most sanctimonious, arrogant, self-gratifying ad ever, I couldn't come up with one that was more so than that. Like, what the fuck? This is an apple. Oh, thank God the truth tellers are here to let us know it's an apple. It's not a banana. Some people will say it's a banana. And then that all caps one, they might say it in all caps. It's a nice shot at Trump. And by the way, why are you taking veiled shots at Trump? You don't need to take a veiled shot. Take a fucking shot. Take a shot. Like, just fucking say it. Just say it. Just say it. And that's fine. You're supposed to be antagonistic towards people in power. The idea that you're taking veiled shots and the idea that you're using like an elementary school Sesame Street level, response and apple, banana, like, okay, here's why this is so frustrating and so annoying and just so douchey is that you are portraying yourselves as the ultimate arbiter of truth and facts. Here's the problem with that. CNN and virtually the entire mainstream media in the U.S. literally refused to call torture when George W. Bush was doing it and his administration was engaged in it. And they listened to the administration and started referring to it as enhanced interrogation. You guys pushed endless lies that got us into an offensive war against a country that didn't attack us. So when you try to rehabilitate your image and, wear a fucking cape like you're a superhero, this is an apple, we always tell the truth, we care about facts. You clearly do not. You don't. You are insiders. You're part of the status quo. You're part of business as usual. You are the establishment. And if you cared so much about truth, CNN, perhaps you would do segments on net neutrality. Where are they? Where are your net neutrality segments? Where are they? They're not there. Why are they not there? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because net neutrality is something that, your corporate overlords are in favor of. Where are your segments about how weak and unenforced our antitrust laws are? How about that? Oh, you don't have those either. Why? Because you're benefactors of that. You have mainstream media, there's been fewer and fewer corporations over the years because you don't have an enforcement of our antitrust laws. So you get a bigger market share, and you're happy about that. So you have nothing to say about how damaging the lack of enforcement of antitrust laws is. You have nothing to say about how damaging net neutrality is going to be. You had nothing to say even back against the Bush administration because at the time there was, we had gotten attacked on 9/11, and so the approval rating for the president was through the roof, George W. Bush, and so you just kind of fell in line and did whatever. You didn't want to be a voice that was against the war at a time when, Bush had like a 90% approval rating after 9/11. So you fell in line. You didn't care about truth. You still don't care about truth to this day. For fuck's sake, you're the network that covered poop ship for a week straight. Remember that? The poop cruise? A cruise liner has stopped working and now it's moving very slowly and the toilets aren't working, so it smells like feces on the toilet. And you cover that fucking thing forever. Remember with the missing Malaysian plane, you had Don Lemon on air speculating, hey, maybe it flew into a black hole, and you're going to pretend to be the facts first network? They don't get it, man. You're a joke. You're a joke, CNN. You're a joke. You're not serious. You're not serious. You are just milquetoast corporatists who, wow, you oppose the lunatic president. Well, you want a fucking cookie? It's so easy to just say, oh, we're anti-Trump. Wonderful. But what else? What else is there? And also, when you oppose him, you should oppose him in a way that makes sense. If you harp away on the Russia bullshit, as you do, you lose credibility. Because it's not about the truth with that nonsense. Russia spent, $150,000 in Facebook ads, and your narrative is they interfered in the American election and they overthrew our beautiful democratic process. Meanwhile, you have nothing to say about the U.S. and our history of repeated intervention in foreign elections to the point where our CIA overthrows democratically elected governments all the fucking time. You don't have anything to say about that because you don't care about truth. You don't care about facts. You care about your narrative. And you care about protecting the establishment. And at least at this point, you care about protecting the corporate Democrats. So you've now moved the goalpost to anything but Trump is acceptable. And we'll push whatever story, it doesn't matter how bullshit it is, we'll push it as long as it's against Trump. Well, then thank you for feeding into his popularity. Because when he screams fake news, fake news, fake news, and then you guys run stories about how the Russians used Pokemon Go to sway the election, and the Russians set up YouTube channels of black activists with 260 subscribers that influenced the election, that's so mind-numbingly stupid that you're giving credence to him when he screams fake news, and people actually say things that are accurate against him. You've ruined your credibility. You don't get to help facilitate the narrative that gets us into Iraq. You don't get to call torture enhanced interrogation and then try to rebound and say, we care about facts. You don't care about facts. You never did. You never will. You're corporatists. You're pathetic. And it's time for you to step aside because people who are better at your job are taking over.